Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Techno News. Basically, going to have a run through of all the new games and new content that's coming soon. Just try and keep you updated and see if there's anything you might fancy. A few games on the list I quite like the look of, so we'll have a look and see what it's all about. Firstly, in Valorant news, the first season of Premier's ended. Other than the issues getting actually enrolled, I've not heard any actual horror stories about it. But the team's experience of the tournament look okay. Looking forward to joining the next one. They also announced the release of the Mage Punk V3.0 pack, which, as you can see on the screen here, shows a new butterfly knife, a phantom and a vandal. They reckon also in the pack there's going to be possibly a pistol, which is usual in these bundles, as well as a second tier gun. There's already a Spectre on there, so I'm not entirely sure what that could be, maybe a Bulldog or something. But yeah, that's coming out on May the 29th. I'm sure there'll be more information in the meantime, so keep your eyes posted for that. Next up, Pacman reached 43 years old yesterday. It made me feel old. It was announced along with a Lego pack, which is basically a Pacman arcade machine, which looks pretty impressive, to be fair. The video is a bit cheesy, as to be expected, but the actual Lego build itself looks quite impressive with moving parts. Got a feeling it'd be quite pricey to go with that, but yeah, it's rather impressive. And I feel old. Next up, we have The Legend of Zelda, the Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, not a game that sort of took my fancy. I appreciate what it is and how much of an achievement it actually as a game is, but I've lost interest in Zelda for a long time, to be honest. I think the last one I played properly was Link to the Past on the SNES, to be honest. I never really got into the 3D ones. I did have Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, but I never really played them, and then after that I just didn't even bother, to be honest. But a lot of people are still interested. Obviously, the latest one sold 10 million units in its first 3 days, which is quite staggering, to be honest. But it's to be expected. It is one of the bigger Nintendo titles, and I think it's a sequel to the Breath of the Wild, like a direct sequel to that one, so it sort of follows on. So a lot of people have been waiting for it to come out in the meantime, but like I said, it never really done a lot for me, but I do appreciate it for what it is, and I know a lot of people do have a lot of love for the Zelda franchise. Next up, we have another game which announced itself with a rather impressive trailer. It's damn gory, but it looks damn good. The new Mortal Kombat. I was always a Street Fighter kid growing up, to be honest, but I did play the odd Mortal Kombat along the way. I had a quick look at the Street Fighter 6 beta the other day, and I don't know if it was just me being me, but I just couldn't get into it. I couldn't get the controls, didn't understand what was going on. I'm hoping this one's a lot more like the old school arcade, as in the control methods, but the gameplay, I'm hoping, holds up, because the actual trailer looks incredible, to be honest. Gory as hell, even more so than ever, but it looks like it could be a lot of fun. A lot of the old characters showed the faces, Sub-Zero and Scorpion and co. So yeah, it's going to be worth looking out for. As far as I'm aware, it's due out September the 19th, I believe. So I'll be keeping my eyes open for that one. And here's a bit of the Gore Fest. Yeah, not for kids. Similarly, there's been a new game released this week. I believe it came out. I believe this one came out this week. And it is the Outlast Trials. So basically it's the third part of the Outlast games, which were all sort of pretty scary psychological horror, creeping around in the dark with people following you sort of things. This one is a prequel to the first two, I believe. They're doing that, old chestnut. And this one, you're a test subject as part of a Cold War experience. But from what I've seen in the gameplay, it looks very similar to the others. I don't know if you're trying to escape. I'm guessing that's the case from the experiment and away from the people who's trying to kill you. That may be worth a look. I believe that's out now on Game Pass. I could be wrong. Another scary game, albeit a bit more tongue-in-cheek, is Dead by Daylight. And they announced this week a new character. And it's Nicolas Cage as Nicolas Cage. Not sure when he's coming into the game. I don't think it's for a while yet. I think it's September. Again, the game itself is quite good fun, to be fair, but I need to delve back into that one. But obviously they're bringing into it. I'm guessing there'll be a lot of spin-off DLC based on these other characters and stuff. From what I gather, he's a survivor in the game as opposed to one of the villains. So yeah, that could be fun. Another trailer that caught my attention recently is for Lords of the Fallen. It looks very much Dark Souls, but this game is made pretty much, I think it's one of the first games to be made entirely in Unreal Engine 5. It's got a release date of October the 13th, and it just looks incredible. Like, graphically stunning. I'm assuming the gameplay will hold out as well, but I just wish I could get more involved in these games and actually complete one, to be honest. But it sort of ticks all the boxes for stuff I like, with the fighting fantasy and the Yoli combat, and very Lord of the Rings looks. He looks like one of the Witch Kings, one of the ring wraiths and stuff. But yeah, that's going to be on my radar. I might keep an eye out for that, depending on how it goes. I might try and pick it up around my birthday and give that a go. But it looks pretty damn sweet. And lastly, another game that sort of caught my attention, I believe it's due out soon, the 23rd of May, is Warhammer Boltgun. It looks like an old school Doom clone, obviously made with today's technology, so I'm expecting it to run a lot better than Doom and stuff. Graphically, it's like the old PC type graphics. And it just looks fun, to be honest. It just looks like absolute carnage. It's been a long time since I've played a game like this, and I think it'll serve well for the Warhammer 40k universe. It's just basically run and gun shooter with millions of bad guys on screen at once trying to kill you. I think it could be good fun. You might catch us playing that one at some point. I'm hoping it's going to be on Game Pass, to be honest, but I'm not entirely sure. It could be a laugh. We shall see. But yeah, that's it for now. Hope this has been useful for you. I hope there's been some informative stuff in there. Again, please let us know what you think of it in the comments. Drop it a big thumbs up, hit the sub button, ring the bell for alerts, and remember to follow us on the other socials. Technofish Live on pretty much everything: Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, for my live streams on the night. And I shall catch up with you very soon. Thanks for watching.